So. Oh my no! I was going for the health pickup. That's okay. We'll start over. No. It's okay. Oh, so you guys get to see the run from the beginning. Hoth is extremely confusing at the start, but once you realize that you're on an auto-scroller for the first minute and 40 seconds, and the only really important thing you have to do is grab your lightsaber, it doesn't really feel that bad. I could run around in circles, honestly, but because I gotta wait down at the bottom for some for the platforms, because the platforms are on a timer at the beginning of the level. So the very first thing we do in this run is we grab this lightsaber, and it may not seem important initially, but the problem immediately arises on level 2 if you don't have a lightsaber. And whenever we get there, I'll explain that. But basically, we're gonna avoid all the enemies, all the bosses and stuff. I actually have mapped out where every bonus is, but honestly, none of them really matter except for the gun, the lightsaber, and flying. So exactly what I'm saying. So we're gonna sit here for a solid 13 seconds. I'm not gonna take the first platform because I don't really want to sit and watch it go back and forth. Yep. Don't judge this. This game is movie accurate. We'll definitely see more movie accurate stuff later. So we time out this jump. And it wasn't perfect, but these jumps are like the worst platforming in the game too, and it comes right at level 1. And there's probably a faster way to do this, but this is the way I'm comfortable with. So instead of fighting these silly Wampas, I just run by them. And right about when he's off the screen is when I can jump and get the health pack there, and we're set for the rest of the level. Kid, there's an Imperial probe droid near you. Get it before it sends off its data. So we're going to take the quickest way to the probe droid here. And not these little probe droids, it's a big probe droid. Nice. That jump's a little bit tricky to get exactly right. Basically, with speedrunning movement in this game, you don't want to hit the ground that often because every time you hit the ground, you take a couple frames to kind of loosen up. That jump skips another Wampa. And so we have this. This is legitimately one of the worst fights in the game, in my opinion. And not even because it's hard, it just, once you know how to do it, it just takes forever. And there's like no force powers at all to help you out. Like, you have the lightsaber, which can do more damage, but it's so hard to hit it with the lightsaber that it's not worth it. So you just gotta smash the controller until you keep it at an angle too, so that you can actually, get the kill here. Yep, time for a turbo control. I mean, really, turbo control would make this fight trivial, in my opinion. Okay. And there we go. That's a good time. Nice. So, the problem, you could theoretically complete level 1 faster if you didn't grab the lightsaber. But there are 3 ways to destroy an AT-AT on this level. One of them is really, really slow. And that would be shooting it with the lasers. And you only have 3 harpoons to spread out across 5 AT-ATs. Or 3 harpoons for 6 AT-ATs. So, with the lightsaber, we can do this. It does not work without a lightsaber. I tried. So, conveniently, after you kill those 2, the random spawn for this speeder is right here, and you're gonna dump the 3rd harpoon, and then you're gonna use your lightsaber to kill the final one. And the only real deviance in this time is, you know, how fast I can get out of my speeder and accurately blow it up. Like, there you go. There's a half second or whatever. It was still a good time, though. So this level's the only time we're going to use a Death Warp. We're actually going to go so far out of our way that it's faster to die. Oh, crap. Okay. That was sloppy, but let's keep moving here. We're going to go so far out of the way in this level to grab the Super Saber, which we will use for a large chunk of the run where a blaster doesn't make sense. Or where the blaster doesn't do enough damage, or any damage in the case of Mr. Darth. So we grab the Super Saber up here, and then we jump off, and conveniently there is some electric stuff right here. And then we're back at the beginning of the level, and it's faster because we're now going to completely skip this direction and go this way. The maps on this game are just confusing. So now the game is going to hold our hand and give us the first shot at a vehicle combat. And say, hey Luke, there's an AT-ST, you better go grab it. You don't really need it, because all you're going to do is get right here. If you sit right on the edge of this platform, that guy, even though he's shooting, can't hit you. So now we wait. We got more platforming. This is the second worst platforming section in the game, in my opinion, because if you fall, it's basically run dead unless you're not having completed a run before. Because you gotta walk all the way back around and back up the ladder. Don't get hit by these electric thingies, because they will hurt, and they will knock you off, and you will die. Well, you won't die, the run will die. And I mean, they don't really have a good chance of hitting you, but when they do, it's really annoying. I can't believe I made that. I thought I jumped early. So, we are supposed to go by R2-D2 there. But, well, okay. R2-D2 will send us a kind message and say, Luke, you can't go this way. You need some way to cross the destroyed path. Well, conveniently, the way to cross the destroyed path is by coming up here, equipping our Super Saber, and having the fight of our lives with this ATST here that's coming. So we're gonna dump as many rounds as we can into this ATST because this fight gets really close and is most of the way that I lose this run. Come on. Okay, we got him. So, now that we've got him, we can take it across the damaged section of floor. And this will not be the last time we see the ATST. Now we actually skip R2 here, because it's much cleaner. And then you can see this damaged section of floor here that you cannot cross. This is actually a little bit scary. I might drop a half second and grab the health pack down here. So we go right there so that we can get the Super Blaster. We did not lose our whatever that was, 8 seconds. We only lost 6 that time. Alright, no problem, Phantom Rush. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the raid. Thanks for the good looks. So now, make it through the first couple enemies, not really a big deal. This does become a little bit mazy here later. And sometimes enemies are jerks like that. So we have to wait here. That way we don't get knocked off like we did before. Gotta pick up the force pack here. We turn into Tarzan Luke Skywalker. And we proceed to only lose a couple more seconds here. So to speed things up here, you can actually get past that long... Oh, gotta go this way. I do not usually go that way. I usually go up top. But, I mean, I will take it. So this jump is one of the trickier ones. You have to be really patient and wait for the whatever those things are. And now we are in the caves, and the hardest part of this level is not over yet. This is a pretty long level. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my blaster because I'm gonna need it later anyway, and there's a couple of spiders here that is faster to just destroy. And I don't really need to save my force, because when we get the power of flight, we'll replenish our force powers. Now I killed this guy. I think the world record doesn't even touch him, which is crazy to me. So now we will invoke the power of flight. So, that was the health drop I was trying to get, and I missed it anyway. So the fastest way is just to jump over Darth there, by the way. I have a tendency to miss that jump, and if you hit Darth, he then just suddenly starts chaining attacks into you, and it sucks. Luke, help us! Good stuff. Now we have the part where Luke fought all of the Cloud Cars and all of the TIE Fighters. Where are the rest of the TIE Cars in there? Before he landed on Cloud City. Even though Vader I distinctly remember Vader telling them to let him land, but I mean, this is an accurate portrayal of the movie, supposedly. I'll leave that. We don't let time save. This level used to be on my list of I hate this level, but over time it's gotten better. So Lando was very quickly telling us that R2 will help us cross through these electric beams here. So R2 lets us cross through those electric beams, because if we would touch them without R2, we would die. Careful, Luke, there are bounty hunters everywhere. So this R2 only has to let us through 2 beams. This R2 up here is a jerk, though. If you aren't ready for this R2, he makes your life miserable. Because, you see there, I almost missed it, and you would have had to wait for him to come back. It's a horrible, horrible time loss. still hit him. That sucks. So you're probably wondering where we're going. Like, why are we coming this way? Well, we wanted to go the other direction, but there was a slight problem. There was a laser beam in the way, or an electric beam. Well, conveniently placed down here is an ATST. That we are gonna blow to smithereens, and by blow to smithereens, I mean have it be perfectly working when I actually go to use it. And then take it all the way back. The music of this part is weird. It always shows up earlier than what it should. Alright, so we have our ATST now. I told you it was coming back. And now, we get the fun part of riding elevators in the ATST. Bum, bum, bum. We have elevator music too. Bum, 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 bum. So we have to jump up there slightly before the end if we want to make this timing here. The timing's pretty tight. So we're gonna valiantly attempt to make it past these guys without taking too much damage. Which I usually don't successfully do. But it looks like today is my lucky day and we're not gonna lose that much time. Sweet. That was actually amazing. If we make it the whole way through, this is probably a gold split. There's only... That was really the last problem in the level other than navigation. So you kill that bounty hunter, you get the health. Mostly you want the force. And he's conveniently on the way. The health, actually, if we didn't need the force, you could actually just go down here and pick up some health. But we need the force. So this part down here gets just a little bit tricky. And I made it. Nice. So we jump because the things are moving in the opposite direction. And now here, this is my favorite part because I found it all by myself. So there's actually a Boba Fett fight here. But if you skip the trigger for Boba Fett, you can go right by him. Now, if you trigger him and try to go to the end of the level, it doesn't work. The way that the bosses are coded, there's like a lockout flag. And once the boss is triggered, you can't exit the level until the boss is defeated. And it's the same way on level 1, actually. Nice. We affectionately call this level Force Flying Simulator because we're going to be doing a lot of flying. That is not all the flying in this level. Don't pull at me. Okay, this is gonna be really close. I lost a run here recently, and I was really paranoid about that, but we got it. So we're not too concerned about force here, because I'm about to get a force pickup. Dude, you jerk. I wanted to go down here. So now we're gonna go this way. Gonna ride the conveyor belts all the way to the end here, where we'll get a nice convenient force pickup. And this is why I call this level 4 Flying Simulator, because there are all kinds of bounty hunters down here, and we're gonna fly over every single one of them. And then we're gonna keep going. Oh, look at that conveniently placed force pickup, and then we'll trigger flight again. And this is the final level, guys. Where we will almost inconveniently run out of force right here. But through sheer planning and determination, we will have enough force to get there. Oh, look, we just avoided another Darth. So we're gonna go pick up that force pickup for a safety thing. I have said this before, but I think it's faster for me to not pick it up. But the ease of use of which I traverse the level without it is gonna make up for it. Oh, that's not good. We missed it. Oh. So the game gets kind of glitchy when I do this, but we're gonna do it anyway. I probably a little bit overkill there to trigger flight. We're only really doing this because we need a little bit of momentum to get over here. So we fly over these guys, and he says, "Luke, use the Force." Well, good thing I already am, Yo-Yo. So we have plenty of force, so we can skip that force pickup. And just to be... Okay, I triggered Darth. I almost didn't trigger Darth there. I say 4 seconds. I PB'd. 28:54. I lost 12 seconds on the final level.